Okay, people, solve by factoring 2. Boing, 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 boing. Let's just get it going. Here we go. Solve by factoring. Oh, he almost looks like that donkey, doesn't he? He's so cute. So it is already factored. Solve by factoring, done. So now we're just going to take each one of our factors and set it equal to 0. Because remember, by the product or the zero product property, if I'm multiplying something times something and I get 0, either A has to be 0 or B has to be 0. Otherwise, I can't get 0. So I'm going to take x minus 4, set it equal to 0. I'm going to solve. So x is 4. Boom, boom, boom. That's one of my solutions. Other is x plus 2 could be 0. Subtract 2, x would equal negative 2. Those are my two solutions. And after we finish this unit, we're going to talk about what those solutions actually mean when you're graphing. I'll give you a hint, they're the x-intercepts. So over here, that means this graph crosses the x-axis at negative 2 and 4. Okay, boom. So to factor, we have to have everything on the same side. So I'm going to move this 12x over by subtracting 12x equal to 0. Look at how cute they are. They're boxing. Choo, 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 little. Maybe they're just ready, going in for a hug. Let's go in for a hug. We'll put a little love. I think those two are in love. Ooh, there's your secret word, kangaroos in love. We're going to factor. Remember, step 1 in factoring is look for a GCF, and we have one. We have a 6x. After I divide out the 6x, what do I have left over? 1x minus 2. And if this is equal to 0, that means that 6x is equal to 0. I swear I changed that to blue. I can't do it. There we go. Divide by 6, so x would be 0. And if we put that in there, 6 times 0 is 0. 12 times 0 is 0. So 0 equals 0. It's all good. And over here, I've got 1x minus 2 could be 0. Add 2. So x could be 2. And if I go up in here and I check, 2 squared is 4, 6 times 4 is 24, 12 times 2 is 24. It works. Okay, oh, he's so tired. This time I have to factor. So my x squared is positive. That's what I'm always looking for. So I'm going to move this 2x by subtracting 2x. I like this color. I'm going to move this negative 2 by adding 2. Over here, that gives me x squared. 5 minus 2 is 3x. Negative 30 plus 2 is negative 28. Over here, everything cancels out. I have 0. Going, oh my gosh, why are these like psychedelic? You can't see them on here, can you? Let me try the blue. There we go. 1 times negative 28 is negative 28. I'm looking for the factors of negative 28 that add up to 3. So it is going to be 7 and negative 4. So when I factor this, x squared plus 7x minus 4x minus 28 equals 0. I'm going to pull out the x. I get x plus 7. Pull out a negative 4. I get x plus 7. Obviously, this green is not working today. How about this one? These two, nope, I'm going back to this blue. These two have x plus 7 in common, and my extra is x minus 4 equals 0. When it says solve, I then have to set x plus 7 equal to 0, and I get x is negative 7, x minus 4 equal to 0, and I get x equals 4. So you have to know when factoring means stop at x plus 7, x minus 4. That's called factoring. That means factor. Stop there. Stop because factor means what did I multiply? Solve means you have to go I like that, all the way down to find out what x equals. Solve means we're going to get a solution for x. Got to know the difference, because if you go too far, you don't go far enough, you're going to get it wrong. Solve by factoring. Check, it equals 0. So I'm going to do my big X. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12, and I'm looking for the factors that equal 1. So my answers are 4 and negative 3. So 6x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 2 equals 0. I'm going to go to my big T for grouping, take out a 2x. I get 3x plus 2. Over here, I'm going to take out a negative 1. And I get 3x plus 2 equals 0. So my factors are 3x plus 2, 2x minus 1. If it said factor, I would stop, but it says solve. So I'm going to set it equal to 0. That means one of these two has to equal 0. So I'm going to set 3x plus 2 equal to 0, subtract 2, 3x is negative 2, divide by 3, x is negative 2/3. Well, that's ugly, but it works. Okay? I'm also going to set 2x minus 1 equal to 0, add 1, 2x equals 1, so x equals 1/2. So you're going to get some fractions, and that's okay. Leave them as fractions. Don't divide them out, okay? Solve means get an answer for x equals. Factor means tell me the GCF times the leftovers. Solve by factoring. I have two terms. It's a difference, which means there's a minus. Check. X squared is a perfect square. 25 is a perfect square, so I'm going to use difference of squares. So I'm going to put a little plus, a little minus, and I'm not going to forget the equals 0. What's the square root of x squared? X. What's the square root of 25? 5. There's my factors. Solve. Set x plus 5 equal to 0. So x is negative 5. Set x minus 5 equal to 0. So x is 5. Okay? Difference of squares. All right, solve by factoring. Oh, look, he got a baby. I guess it's she, huh? Has a baby. We got to move this. This is positive, so we're going to move this 10 over to the other side by subtracting 10. So I'm going to keep my 2x squared. I've got 3x, and I've got minus 10. I cannot combine them because one's positive and one's negative. So 2 times negative 10 is negative 20. I'm looking for the factors of negative 20 that add up to 3. So I've got 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. I don't see the answer. What did I do wrong? Negative 20 adds up to 3. It doesn't. So we're going to skip this. So here's our second secret word, oopsie doodles. I just don't see that one working at all. Okay, we're just skipping it. I'll come back. I bet the next one is your checkpoint. So write this one down so we can talk about it in class, and then here are your checkpoints. Look at how nice this is. Solve. That means you have to have an answer for x equals. Already factored. Boom. Already factored. Boom. Got a factor. Don't forget to move the negative 6 over. Got a factor. Even though there's only one term on the left, you're going to move these two over by adding their opposite, okay? All right, let's get solving. Woo! 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Boom! That was the inspiration of a fast kangaroo.